Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, 12 p.m. PST, and here we be. Shout out to everybody in the comment section, the usual suspects. Maybe there's some unusual suspects. I think we can agree some of the usual suspects are very unusual. Whoever's here, why you're here, it doesn't matter. You are. Thank you. Oh boy. I told you yesterday some shit was going to transpire, and was I right or what? But one of the things that did happen was very anticlimactic. It's these are Salt and Pepper song back in the early or mid 90s. It's called Do You Really Want Me? And there's a line in the song where I don't know which one it was, but she goes, pow, bang, boom, nothing. That's how I felt about this news that came out or that was released. Was it released by Twitter? Was it released by somebody, by the person who made the post on Twitter? I'm not sure, but it was like, oh man, really? So I expected to be more surprised than I was. We'll talk about that. I put in a Twitter bombshell question mark. Oh, really? Let's see who popped this super chat cherry. Who's broken the financial hymen for today? That would be Endo Slim. Sound like a pimp. Excuse me, bitch. You better come over here and check in with Endo Slim, baby. Yeah. Thanks, Endo Slim. Sup from Salt Lake, JG. Did I pop that financial hymen? If so, I hope I was gentle. You were, surprisingly. Endo Slim. Yeah, bitch. Love the name. Thank you. Yeah, Oscar Gonzalez, Silky Biden. That's I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a character, but basically Biden, that's what he does. That's what the Democrats do. He was just the face of it this time around. But that's what they do. They come out every 4 years, they pimp the black voter. They get that vote. Come here, bitch. You better pull that lever for Democrats, for Silky Biden, baby. Yeah, bitch. I tell her, black folks, you better hoe up or blow up. Yeah, bitch, you better barbecue or mildew. You know how pimps do it. But I shout out to Ash Bones. She is the artiste that has designed a lot of the merch that I have. She designed something for me that's coming out. I have actual green cards, and she designed them for me. She designed the Silky Biden. She also designed, if you've seen that Kamala Harris design that I have, where she has a globe and it says JG on the globe. And she has like these robotic sharp fingers, and she's like, gah, 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 gah. Well, you know, I don't have to tell you what Kamala sounds like, but I'm gonna find the picture that she did. I'm going through my Instagram right now. She did one for Silky Biden, a little pimp hat and shit. Yeah, bitch. When I get out of bed, I put one foot on the ground and another foot in the bitch's ass. Yeah, you better get out there and pull that lever, bitch. And when I'm done, black voter, you best believe I'm gone. I'm not going to stay here and help. Don't be ridiculous. Boy, I posted a lot of stuff on Instagram. It's taken a long time to get through these, but it's going to be worth it when I find it. Very amazing artiste. And also going back, looking on my Instagram page, I'm also looking back at all the crazy shit we've been through. You can map what's been going on socially and politically through my Instagram page. You know what? Like most things, guys, let's do this together. I love you guys. I want you guys to take this journey through my Instagram timeline with me. Okay? With me. What movie is that from? Look at that. This right here is some scary shit. This is Dianne Feinstein when she started in politics, when she became a senator, and this is Dianne Feinstein today. Scary. Term limits, anyone? She looks old as shit because she is. She's in her 90s. She's going to run again in her 90s. Ugh, you can tell it's June. Look at that rainbow military bullshit. It's June. Look at all these rainbows in here. You can tell what month it is. Stupid dicks. Ugh. Ugh. Come on, let's get to that picture. This is disgusting. Oh, remember this? Guys, remember this one right here? Boom. War is going on. Ukraine, billions of dollars, lives being lost. But I do have time for a Time magazine interview. Look at that hair. Look at that edge up, the beard. You're looking good for a man who's in the middle of a war, I must say. I must say. What are you talking about, Biden? Let's check in, see which flood this was.
We're going to seize their yachts, their luxury homes, and other ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Kleptocracy. The guys who are the kleptocracies.
Ooh, that was tough. That was tough. Oh, remember these guys? Remember this? Hold on, here we go. Remember these, the Cracker Jills? No more Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jills. And if you don't buy Cracker Jills, you're a misogynist pig and you hate women. Right? Right? Uh-oh, was this when Barry came back? Yeah, look at Barry's back. Him again. Doesn't matter, I don't want to get closer. He's black. Oh, God. Look how sad he is. Look how sad he was when he walked away. Poor thing. You guys are mean. You guys are so mean. Ugh. I mean, shit, guys. This is taking a really long time. We'll have to come back to this, all right? It's taking a long time. I posted a lot of shit. But that was so sad. You see how he put his head down? It's like, nobody wants to play with me. Poor guy. Don't you want to just give him a hug? No, I don't. And if you did, don't squeeze him too tight because he might break and the sands of time will come spilling out. Because you know he's been alive for 720 years. Arun Faye, thank you for the Twompski. The silky Biden voice is killing me. Well, that's what it is. He's a pimp. Yeah, black voters, you better get out here and pull that lever for the D, baby. Yeah, bitch. Do what I say or somebody's getting slapped today. Pull it, ho. That's what he does. Heidi Booth, thank you for the Hamilton miss. JG, sing us a song. Don't care which one. Just sing to us. Let's see. Let me think of one. Let me think of a Biden classic. Oh, here's one of Biden's favorites. You guys know, as your grandpa in chief. Well, I'm sorry, I thought I smelled a 6-year-old. Anyway, as your grandpa in chief, I like to sing sometimes, and you know, one of my favorite groups. Let's see here. Do I have a request? Ooh, how about we sing some lullabies, children? Oh, stop talking about kids. Okay. Oh, Heidi Booth says YMCA. That's great. That's perfect because that's a place where kids go and they play and they swim and they have to shower after. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Hey, I can hide in the showers. I can be there for hours. That's not, those are not the words to YMCA. He added those last ones. I can stay in the showers. I can hide there for hours. He added that part. Don't copyright me. Don't hit me with copyright infringement. You messed up our song. That wasn't me. The locker room's full of kids. I can see all their. That's not good. Now I'm getting play. See what you guys did? Your play activity in the comment section has somehow gotten into me and affected the way I'm talking, the way I'm acting. I'm being just as play as you guys are. I need to stop that. Stop. I shouldn't let you guys influence me so. Anybody ever tell you you guys are a bad influence? Hydrate. Who's see? Damn it! I knew I shouldn't have started because once you put a little drop of play out there, everybody gets into it. Tammy A. I sniff at the YMCA. Now, why would you say that, Tammy A? And this goes to Tammy and anybody else in here. Why would you say that he likes to smell kids? Give me one example. Give me 1 ounce of proof that you have that our grandpa in chief, the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, loves the smell of the small. Huh? Do you guys have any proof whatsoever? I'm waiting. Mean Richard, Platages. See? That's my fault. I started that shit. And look at you. Look at how you react. Carlos Love says, at Jericho Green, my wife saw my shirt that has a woman, and in her mouth bubble, it says, but I feel like she hasn't spoken to me today. You know why, Carlos? Because the truth hurts. My wife does it all the time. She'll say, I wish we would have done this. And then a minute later, I'm glad we didn't do that. Don't try, fellas. Don't try to figure them out. Don't try, okay? Just, all right. Because we can't understand them, we never will, and they'll never understand us. And we're so easy to understand. What the hell? Lauren Miller says he does it all the time. Yeah, you're right, Lauren. You're right. We're so easy to understand, guys. I don't get it. 3 things. The 3 S's: sex, support, and silence. And in the right order, your man's life will be perfect. And he'll be the perfect man for you. Frank Powers, thanks a lot for continuing this play snowball down the hill. He says, YMC play. You fucking bastard. I'll take that, though. I started this. I knew I should have thrown that play bone out there. But let's get to it, huh? Thumbnail, boom. And you know what? When I saw that, you know what Tim Starr, he says, you got to make play merch. And I've thought about that, Tim, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. Can I be honest? Is this a safe space for how I really feel? I feel like that would be too much of a niche piece of merch. Like that would be a little too esoteric. Like it would only a very small group of people would get it. And I believe me, I appreciate you guys being here, all that shit. But would I sell enough of them making play merch? That's my my thoughts on it. And I haven't given up on it. I'm Jake says play spelled backwards is help. I didn't even realize that. That's cool. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I've gone kind of back and forth about that. I've definitely thought about it, Tim Starr. Thank you. I'm not going to give up. I still might do it for you guys. But that picture of Biden, when I saw that, it reminded me of this thing I saw, I don't know, a year or so or something like that. And maybe it's older than that, but that's the first time I saw it. Of somebody did a thing of the plastic surgery that he's gotten. And I don't care, people, you get plastic surgery, that's your face, that's your body. You can origami that shit into whatever you want it to be. It looks ridiculous, but you can do whatever you want. I don't care. But why did they do that to him? Did they do that to make him appear more youthful? I just don't understand such an overhaul. Like, why were they trying to convince us of something? Because that picture of him now, take any picture of him now and put it up against a picture of him 15 years ago. Those are two different people. You would think that if you took two pictures of him then and now, 15 years ago and now, you would think those guys are brothers. They're definitely related. There's similarities. They're probably brothers. But they definitely don't look like the same person. The ears, his jaw, his chin, his jaw, his eyes, just so much. Why send him to the shop to get a complete overhaul, like pimp my face, before he became president? That's just weird. Why? There's been presidents before that look their age or are old as shit. I just don't understand why they did that. But when I saw that picture, I was like, that's not the guy I saw 10 or 15 years ago. That's not the same person. Completely different. 1, 2 things, that's something else. But I feel like they were trying to fool us, because that does not look like the same person. That shit's weird. And obviously, they want to make him appear more youthful, but he doesn't act more youthful. Danny Lou who? Today is my 23-year wedding anniversary. Yay! About the threes. My husband also requires that I feed him every now and again. That's true. We do require sustenance. But those 3 S's are threes, the 3 S's, about the 3 S's. Yes, we do require food, but that's something that we can get on our own if we have to. Push comes to shove, we can feed ourselves. But those 3 S's are the things that we need from our women. The women. That's those 3 S's there, that's what we need from you, broads. That's what we need from our women. Those 3 S's from our women, we can do anything. And I know it's only 3 things. Oh my God, don't you want it to be more? What if it was like 10 things? And we get like, dude, sex, silence, support. And I know that's, when women get a hold of it, it gets kind of complicated. But that's all we need, girls. That's all we need. Sex, support, and silence. No, it doesn't mean shut up all the time. Just means in the right spots, silence is powerful. Let's see. So the reason, what's up, Stanley Rivers? The reason that I chose Hadouken, the reason that I chose that that thumbnail is because it looks fucking ridiculous. But the title, Uncle Joe, is "And happy anniversary to you, Danny Lou. I hope I wish you 23 more. I'm coming up on 14 myself, so I'm about 9 years behind you. But yeah, I hope I wish you 23 more great years. And tonight, eat something you love and do something weird to each other. Okay. But I chose the title Uncle Joe because Barry, the exalted one, Obama, or if you're in the mainstream mediocres, Obama. That's how they say his name. But he finally told the truth. Finally. How many years has it been since you were president? We're going on 11 years since you started your second term. So what, 16? So we're coming up on 7 years since you ended your presidency. Damn, Brett Hyatt says 8 years and no more of the 3 S's. Well, you guys need to have a meeting. It's time to have a heart-to-heart because those 3 S's are crucial. So He finally told the truth after all these years. Finally, Barry. They say better late than never. Well, shit, Barry, you are late. But here we are. He was doing a speech. He's on the campaign trail. I think he was down in Georgia because he's campaigning for Warlock, right? Is that his name? The guy running against Herschel Walker? No, Warnock. That's what it is. Warnock, Democrat piece of shit. James Bateman, is those your stats? 32 and 5 kids? If so, good for you, man. Big families are awesome. So he was doing a speech down there in Georgia. Hey, isn't that that's like life imitating art. Remember that song by hold on. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but I can't. Here, I'll look it up. I hate to have to look it up. Hold on. Let me look the name up first. Let me see if I'm right. Charlie Daniels. I said Lee. I was thinking Lee Daniels, but it's Charlie Daniels. Remember that song "Devil Came Down to Georgia"? And Barack Obama's doing a speech in Georgia. I don't know. It's weird. Life imitating art, huh? But he's down there in Georgia and he was talking about how, some people in the family, you can't take them seriously. They're always saying some wild shit. Like, he says, Uncle Joe, whatever. Why? Of all people, would you say Uncle Joe? Talk about that. And Donna Lemon, that greasy lip bitch, the rest of the world knows him as Don Lemon, but I call him Donna Lemon, a greasy lip bitch, because his lips are always shiny, like he has lip gloss or something else shiny on him. And him and I agree. I know, I was floored too. But him and I agree. He and I have come to an agreement. And what we agree on is that the reason men's soccer is more popular is because more people want to see it because it's a better product. I know. I'll give you a second to pick your jaw up off the floor because duh, right? We all know that. Sun is hot, puppies are cute, and people want to see men's sports more than women's sports. Crazy, right? But of course, Donna Lemon, even though he is draped in at least 2 layers of victimhood, he's a person of color and he's part of the alphabet soup group. He backs that ass up against a white dude every night. So he has 2 layers of victimhood, but somehow those 2 layers have been penetrated. No, wait. He's been penetrated. Well, he's also penetrated, but what I mean is they've cut through, there we go, that's a better one. They've cut through his 2 layers of victimhood because he's getting backlash for telling the truth. The truth is taboo, Donna Lemon. And then this one right here, James Brown got another lifetime hold on, guys, producer. What's up, man? I hate when you bug me in the middle of a live. Yeah. Oh, that's right. James. Damn, dog, you're right. James Brown is dead. Well, then who the hell was that? James Brown is dead for sure, right? Yes. Then who was that? Maxine Waters. That was a woman. Congress? Oh, man, I'm over here telling people that James Brown got another Lifetime Achievement Award. He's dead and it's not a man. All right. I'll tell him. Thanks, man. Sorry, guys. Producer gets in my ear sometime. Okay. Apparently, this video that I uploaded onto my Instagram, and I'll show you guys, is not, I repeat, is not James Brown getting another Lifetime Achievement Award. Damn, I thought it was. Sorry, guys. It's not. It's actually Maxine Waters. It's her. I thought it was James Brown getting yet. I was wrong. Let me share the screen with you guys. And I'm man enough to admit when I was wrong. I don't care. I don't care. This shit's funny. Wait. This one's funny. If you're a child of the 80s and 90s, you know exactly what this shit is.
Hey, Kimberly, what's up? You reached the homie Escandaloso. I'm away from my phone and shit, but if you leave your name and your number, I'll get back at you with the quickness. Oh, and if this is my ex-girlfriend Nayeli, just hang up the phone.
So guys, forgive me, this is not James Brown showing up to an award show. This is Maxine Waters. I'm sorry.
Gender equality until it's time to shovel the snow. I was gonna do it.
Shut up. So guys, that was not, I repeat, was not James Brown. That was Maxine Waters, aka Aunt Pearl from 227, aka James Brown's stunt double. That's why I got it confused. It looks so much like James Brown, the hair, the face, everything. But that wasn't him. He's dead, you guys. And you guys might think, Jericho, why would you call her Aunt Pearl from 227? Well, you tell me. You tell me why I would call her that. Let's see. I can hear the theme song in my head right now. Oh, man. Hold on. Let's see if we can get that shit. And I have my Bose speaker in here, but my daughter took it, and you know what kids do. They don't return shit. Kids have a very bad habit of returning shit. Remember that? You remember that TV show? Oh, man. What the hell is this shit? Man, what the hell? Maybe I need to look up the actress. Yeah, there we go. So what was that actress's name? Aunt Pearl. Helen Martin. That was her name. Helen Martin. And she was old back in the 80s. That TV show, 227, that shit came on in 1985. And she was old then. There she is. There she is. So let's look at a picture of Maxine Waters. No, I mean, that's why I call her Aunt Pearl. You tell me, you tell me that don't look just like Maxine Waters. So now you guys understand. That's why I call her Aunt Pearl. Because that's what you call dead on. MCG, Regina King. Yeah, she played the daughter. And you know what? I watched a couple episodes with my kids, and these are the kind of things that I found in the handful of episodes that we watched. There was a mother and well, hold on, let's back up more. Back up. There was a black family, and there was a mother and father. The father was the head of the household. His daughter respected him. She cherished his opinion of her. And the kids that would come over, her friends that would come over, were very respectful, Mr. and Mrs. She was in love with this boy named Calvin, and Calvin was scared of her father. He didn't like shoulder check him in the hallway and call him an old bitch like he probably would if they remade that TV show. So, you know, it was a bunch of what do you call it? Wholesome. That's what it was. It was a lot of wholesome, family-oriented shit on that TV show. I know. So rare these days. Rebel without a reason. Thank you for the Hamilton. Hey, it's Dent Machine. Did you see the new Twitter files released? Round 2 will be released tonight. I'm covering it live on my very first show. Rebel without a reason, all one word. Neck buddy and me. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna check that out. Rebel without a reason tonight. What time? That would be helpful. What time? And you know what? That was one of the things that I was talking about. The Twitter, the stuff that they released. It was basically Twitter had been contacted by the Biden administration to basically kill the Hunter Biden laptop story. We already know that. And they said they were also contacted by some members of the Trump campaign or Trump team. But this is all during the campaign. So they said they were contacted by both camps Biden and Trump, their teams contacted Twitter and said, hey, here are some celebrities that we want taken off of Twitter for some of the things they're saying. And they said in these tweets that were released that both parties made those requests and both requests were honored. But it doesn't go any more detail than that. And I didn't read the whole thing. I just read most of it because, to be honest, it wasn't that interesting. And it wasn't a lot of stuff that we didn't know. Like I want to see names. I want to see emails. I don't want to hear about the emails. We already know there's emails out there. We know they contacted Twitter. They asked them to kill the story. We all know that. But show me the proof. Show me the emails. I want to see it. I want names. Who in their team reached out? Did Biden and or Trump personally authorize this, or is this just something that a team does when they're running for office? I don't understand. Like, I want to see it. We have enough of the speculation. We've been speculating for a couple years, 3 years. We know what's going on. I want to see it. Username says the redacted names are bad. I don't want redacted names. I want to fucking know. None the Miser says it's another slow roll, JG. More to follow. I know that too. Let's see it. I don't want follow. Release that shit. I want to know who asked for that story to be killed. And I want to Lala HK, the proof is out here, JG. I know it is. I want to see it. I want to know who did that. And I want some fucking names off of that Ghislaine Maxwell Pervert Island guest list. That's what I want to see. Let's see. Rebel without a reason. It depends on the Twitter release time yesterday. It was supposed to be 5 Eastern, and it didn't actually happen until 6 Central. I saw that too. And are there big fish coming down the river? Is he releasing the little stuff first? Are we building to something? Are we building to a crescendo? Because I want to see this shit. I want names. Weapon X, open the floodgates of information. Yes, I'm ready. I got my floaties on. I'm ready for the tidal wave of information. Let's go. We've been dancing around this shit for years. I want names. Let's see it. Who is it? And then I want them strung up socially, not literally. Literally. I want them strung up in front of us. I want them to pay. I want them to be flogged in front of us in the public square. You sons of bitches need to pay. Like my stepdad Frank used to say, some bitch must pay. It's time for action. It's time for punishment. Joel El Rican says, JG or Jericho Green, I heard someone say it was a modern day Watergate. Let's see. I hope so, because didn't that help get Nixon impeached? I'm not a crook. Wouldn't that be nice to see something that gets Biden impeached? I hope it is a modern day Watergate. I hope so. Serial killer. Like cereal, not like cereal, but like bowl of cereal. Serial killer, thank you for the Hamilton. He says, I'm so glad I found you again. I'm glad you found me too. Welcome back. Why did they hide me from you? Oscar Gonzalez, tricky dick. Oscar, with your comment section record, I don't know if you're referring to Richard Nixon or if you are just taking this as an opportunity to write tricky dick. You're very player, Oscar. I know how you operate. Jay Case just got here. Did you read Matt Taibbi Substack? Not the whole thing, but I think like most of us, we were reading it yesterday, but not all of it, because to be honest, like I said a couple minutes before you got here, it wasn't very interesting. It wasn't chock full of information I didn't already have. So I'm hoping something bigger is coming down the river. Hope there's something bigger coming down the pipe. Pike. What is that, pipe or pike? I know pike's a fish. But I want to see something. I want more. I want more. You guys. Lou Maldonado says a potato will resign. I hope so. Pike. Mama Bab says Pike. But then Bob KMIT says pipe. Back to square one. But Charlie Murphy told this story. The Charlie Murphy story. Lala HK says pipe. We'll see. We'll see what gets outvoted. Pipe or pike. Coming down the pipe, that makes sense. But it could be pike. What's a pike? Isn't a pike a long thing that you stab with? No, not that. You damn preverts. I know the long thing you stab with. I know what you're thinking. Pike. Northern pike. Fish. Hold on. Coming down the pike. That's what comes up. Coming down the pike is what comes up first. Tammy A, why did you type dookie, exclamation point? I don't get it, but that's one of my favorite words, dookie. We used to have neighbors with a brown pit bull, and they named him Dookie. And it was really funny when he would run away and they'd be out. You could hear him in their front yard, Dookie! Dookie! Come here, boy, Dookie! That was very funny. But Charlie Murphy, you know how he told the stories about Rick James and shit? Well, he went on to tell other stories. There's like behind the scenes footage of that. And he's telling a story about this guy, and it's called I Want More. And this was somebody in their group who would always get drunk. You always got that friend who gets too fucked up and they get out of hand, and you got to stop strangers from beating their ass in public. And so he did that one night, and they were sick of him. So they said, man, get out of here. And he wouldn't leave. And so he started messing with Charlie Murphy, and he grabbed his sweater and pulled the sleeves on his sweater. And he said he pulled them so long that they were touching the ground. That was it. He was pissed. So he gives this fool a 3-piece with no biscuit, fucks him up. He said he hit him so hard, he knocked him out, and he slid across the kitchen floor. So they take him out outside the front gate and they throw him out. And you hear boom, boom on the little camera, little security camera. And it's that guy, and he's all beat up, and he says, I want more. I want more. And so these other guys show up. They drive up. He's standing there by the gate. He talks shit to them. Those guys piece him up too. Bap, bap, beat the shit out of him. Leave him on the side of the road, all fucked up, the side of the driveway. And they hear, boom, boom. And they look at the camera and he goes, I want more. So I say that to you, holders, possessors of this information. I want more. I want all of it. Gimme. Gimme. Joel Elrican at Jericho Green, have you seen Gerald Ford's prediction of how we would get our first woman president? If not, I think you would find it interesting. I have, if that's the one you're talking about, it's Biden either is removed via impeachment or the 25th Amendment, or he steps down due to cognitive decline. Kamala, being the vice president, she would become our cackler in chief. She would become president. And then I guess, would that be the Speaker of the House would become vice president? But if they couldn't, they would have to, or somehow a vice president would have to be appointed. Okay, I saw this a long time ago, trying to draw from memory. So somehow or another, they would have to they would have to nominate somebody to be vice president. Who would they nominate? Well, Speaker of the House until they take over is Nancy Pelosi. Who's Pelosi's nephew? Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. He would come in. Now, the way I heard it was Kamala wouldn't be able to handle it, and that's a very real possibility. Even if it was their final goal was to have Kamala in there as president. Damn the vice president. That's what they want, Kamala. She couldn't handle it. You think she's bad now, put her in the driver's seat. We all die. So she couldn't handle it. She would be removed, and then we would have Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom as president. Just a taste of that, my mouth made me throw up a little bit. But yeah, that's how we could get a female vice president or a female president, and then that's also how we could get Gavin Newsom as president, which I think is their ultimate goal. Lord German has banned. Yeah, I heard that Pelosi was gone already, but I didn't think that would happen until they took over. But she's gone. Great. But even though we have, like I said before, after we had this anticlimactic red wave we were supposed to have, we don't have a big enough margin of victory. We only won by a few seats. So they can get some of those Republicans to flip to vote Democrat. So even if we have a Republican Speaker of the House, they could, if that were to happen, if Kamala were somehow put in the driver's seat, they could still nominate Gavin Newsom as the vice president. And then he would come in, she would step out, and he would become president. So that could still happen even though we have the House. Because of that lack of a large margin of victory, because it's easier to flip a Republican to vote for Democrat than it is to flip Democrat to vote Republican, because a Republican flipping to a Democrat is not worried about repercussions. They don't care. Their side isn't going to cancel them and destroy their career. But if they flip and vote Republican, you better believe that shit is going to happen. And Wild Bill 31, Rhino's still in there. Yep. And they're worse than the Democrats. Damn it. Bartfine. Okay, I'll say it that way. Thank you. Paul Pelosi ain't gay. His boyfriend is. Are you referring to that little domestic dispute he got into with the hippie drug addict and the hammers? Is that what you're talking about? That's why Pelosi stepped down. She can't leave the house. She left the house. He gets in a car accident and almost kills an illegal. She left the house again. He gets in an underwear hammer fight with a hippie on drugs. So fool me once, shame on me, or shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. There ain't gonna be a third time. Oscar Gonzalez, Pelosi's violent slumber party. It was. I've had sleepovers, you know, at my house. When I was a kid, you know, had sleepovers and stuff. Went to my friend's house. We never got in a hammer fight in our underwear. Not even close. Heidi Booth, thank you again. JG, how do I order your gear? Cash App? Oh, if you're referring to the gear that I have for autograph, yes. Here, I'll put the link. Put the link in that bitch right now. Okay, so here's how it works, Heidi, and anybody else who's interested. So there's my Cash App. So let's see. I did a video on this. If you want to check out the video, that way you can, you know, have more time to hear the information. And it's not a long one. It's only a few minutes. But I have some hats. I have some tumblers. I have some mugs. And the hats are $25. The smaller tumblers. Hold on, I got them right here. Oh. There it is. These right here, 25. The biggins, 28. The hats are, like I said, the hats are 25. The mugs are 18. And so if you want one, I'll autograph it for you. You want a name, you want me to write something on there, you know, saying or something to you, to somebody else or whatever. You would Cash App me the dough and then email me, jerichogreen2018@gmail.com, and then tell me what you wanted to say and where you want me to send it. That's it. But if you want to see any other gear, you know, like the regular green gear, the hats and hoodies and all that shit, mygreengear.com. Halfpenny Link, thank you very much. Thanks for all the laughs. My pleasure. My pleasure. Women pay me to give them pleasure. So let's see. I'll find that real quick. Find that one right quick. Videos. Booyakasha. Share. Link. We're doing this shit. We'll do it live. So there it is. There's a link to that video where I break down all the prices and how you do it. Basically what I just told you. But yeah, that's how you do it. I appreciate you asking. So happy news, guys. This is my third day with this in here, and I haven't been shot yet. Awesome, right? That motherfucker. And I really am, just to close out on that, I really am very disappointed about the information that was leaked on Twitter about all that stuff. And some of you out there, you know, there's more coming and it's out there. Okay, cool. I get all that. And I'm waiting. But I want it now. I want it right now. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for 3 years. Just because the information is coming out now, it doesn't mean that we haven't been waiting that long. We've been waiting 3 years. Let's fucking see it already. And think, if Elon Musk hadn't bought Twitter, would we ever find this shit out? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, something else I wanted to show you. Speaking of men and women, the difference between the men and the women. There's a video or a little clip here where they're obviously in Africa somewhere, because that's where these animals come from. 1 second. Boom. There we go. So I'll pull up the post. So they're in Africa and they're on a little safari or something. I've never understood those, because you can be in whatever kind of Jeep you want if that animal decides to come over there and hop up on top. And it looks like in this one, like I don't see any cages or bars around these people. So if that leopard decided to, it would jump up there and fuck them all up easily. I actually saw a video one time, long time ago. You guys might have seen it too. But there were these people, this group of, people who go out and tag animals, put tags in there, knock them out with a dart and put tags in their ear. Crikey, look at it right there, mate. You know, those kind of people. And so they were tracking this leopard, and they didn't know that they were being tracked by another leopard. So this leopard starts charging them. They run and jump inside of a pickup truck. And, you know, one of those pickup trucks where you see them in Africa and you're like, oh, that's what they're used for. Because here in America, we just drive them around the street. But, oh, okay, that's what they were built for. So it was like, you know, Range Rover or some shit. And so they jump inside of the truck, but in their haste, they did not roll the window up. So you don't have to be a zoologist or a catologist to know that cats have sharp claws on all 4 of their paws. So that leopard jumped inside the truck and just started scratching the shit out of everybody. It was so funny. They were trapped in that little ass cab, and that cat was just scratching the fuck out of them. Oh man. Guys, I don't like to see humans get hurt. But if you're going to take your ass out there and fuck with Africa, that's what you get. But in this video, nobody gets messed up. But it shows you in real time the difference between men and women. The women in this video, there's a leopard, and it's treed a monkey, and it's trying to catch the monkey and eat it. You know, that's what leopards do to smaller shit. And in the video, you see the leopard, the monkey almost gets away, and then the leopard catches him. And the women, you hear, oh no, oh my God, so sad. And the guys are like, hey, that's what happens. Oh shit, that was crazy. It's just in black and white how different men and women are. And if you were to hear the men and women switch, like if the men were saying, oh my God, that's so sad, the women are like, hey, that's what happens, fool. That would be weird, right? I mean, why are they talking like that? But no matter how they try to beat it out of us, no matter how they try to waterboard it out of us, men are men, women are women. Women are more caring and more kind, and they feel you and they connect with you on an emotional level. And men are more like, hey, too bad, fool. Should have tried harder. And this is the perfect example.
Right on the ground.
Go, monkey, go. Come on, monkey.
That's good, really tough.
Oh
Got him, good girl. My God. She.
And you even hear the guy go, good girl. Oh. Did they say how that leopard jumped behind it, got damn near parallel with the ground, and caught that little ass monkey?
Right on the ground.
No. Oh, back up the tree.
That's good, really tough.
Oh my God.
Got him, good girl.
No.
My God.
Oh. That dude's like, oh shit. That's how I would have been. That would have been crazy to see that shit. Oh. Arumfe, that leap was amazing. Yeah, that shit was tight. That leopard was badass. His ass was hungry, wasn't he? He's like, nah, I haven't eaten since Wednesday, you little bastard. You coming home with me. Joyce Decker says, I hope the leopard ate them. Well, again, if you're out there on the Serengeti or wherever they were fucking around, you guys better hope that monkey was enough. You better hope that monkey was big enough to stop the in that leopard's stomach. Because if it wasn't, guess who's course number 2? Huh? Guess who's course number 2? Charles Turner Jr. Very true. He says women are nurturers, caregivers, gatherers. Men are protectors, providers, hunters. Women often like to talk things out to others to vent. Men often like to get to the point or keep it buried inside. We do that too. And I used to see that. I used to see a lot of the stark differences. Barack Drone Obama, he sure did, says, cheers, fella. By the way, leopards eat gorillas. Leopards are badass. I've seen leopards like climb a tree with a fucking gazelle in its mouth. They got some strength. But when I worked at Trader Joe's, unknowingly doing a 13-year case study on multiple things, sometimes you would see, and pretty soon I could spot it, and I knew exactly what they were doing. So you see a woman come in with flowers, a card, and a bottle of wine. And you're thinking, well, it can't be her anniversary because men don't want want flowers and a card and a bottle of wine. Maybe the bottle of wine, but we don't want that. That's not something you would give to a man. So I'd ask him, well, what's the occasion? You know, flowers, card. What's the occasion? Hoping that she wasn't going to say, "Oh, somebody died." That's happened before. I told this lady one time she was buying flowers. I said, "Oh, what's the occasion?" My brother just died. I was like, "Oh shit, sorry." Ooh, what do you say to that? So I said, "What's the occasion?" "Oh, my friend, she had a bad week, so I got her favorite flowers and a card. We're gonna drink some wine." Women do that all the time. Multiple times. Women, oh, let me guess. Your friend had a bad, pretty soon it was your friend had a bad week. Yeah, how did you know? Flowers, card, wine. With men, and not that men don't have friends that they can talk to. Maybe you got a really good friend, you got a brother, a coworker. Often your coworkers become your friends because you spend so much time around them. But men don't have people so readily available to hear their problems. And also, men, we don't always feel the urge to tell somebody our problems. We just handle it. We think it out or we bury it. That's it. Heidi Booth, how about this? Bam. What do you think of that, miss? And thank you again. But men, we're not so readily able to give that information. You don't want to, especially to like your wife, and you think that's your wife, that's your life partner. You've created other humans with them. You have a home and all this shit, but you don't always want to appear vulnerable to your woman. So you don't want to come, baby, and you certainly, I mean, if it's like some really heavy shit, you know, if it's something serious, a divorce, a death, or something, you can come to your boys with it. But if it's, I just had a bad week, ain't no man going to his homeboys or a homeboy with, I had a bad week. And if he does, prepare yourself for ridicule until you die. Okay? And they might say that shit to your dead body at your funeral. They might do that. If they're good friends, they will. But we can't always do that. And if you did, you better believe that none of your homeboys are going to bring you wine or beer and a card and some flowers. That shit'll never happen, because if they do, then they have to prepare for years of ridicule until they die. And they'll have a bunch of 6-packs and flowers on top of his casket so they can insult him one last time. Danny Lou, Miss 23 years married, says, my husband tells me things after he's handled them. Yeah, you'll do that because it's already taken care of. There's no vulnerability possible now. I've already handled it. But that's just how we are. Sherilyn Monroe, cry in the shower. Yeah, man, you know, you do what you got to do in private, fellas, but we're just not so forthcoming with that information. We're not going to be pouring our heart out to anybody. We deal with it on our own if we can. If not, we take it to our boys, we take it to the council, and that's it. If it even comes to that. Heidi Booth, I don't I mean, I don't know what else to do. You click the link, it asks you how much you want to send, you send it. That's it. And then you email me and let me know what you want it to say and where it's going. Sherilyn Monroe says it works. Yeah, I mean, you if you got to cry, let that shit out. I'm not saying men shouldn't cry. Fuck no. If you feel the urge, something bad enough happen, yeah, man, you got to cry. Let that shit out. But I'm saying you're not going to just like, oh, hey, yeah, man, what's up? You won't believe the week I had. Like that shit ain't happening. That ain't fucking happening. That's just part of being a man. You don't have somebody to run to with all your problems. You just don't. That's just how it is, y'all. That's the hand we were dealt. Cheryl Monroe, you're right. Humans are like pressure cookers. Vent a little is all. Yeah, you're exactly right. And you vent in many different ways. Verbally, you might hit the shooting range. You might take it out on your wife's clam. Hey, you know, whatever it takes. Jay says Joe Biden is a man's man. 2024. Oh boy, that's funny, man. Speaking of him, let's talk about him, guys. You're right. Fire mission, go fishing, whatever. However you relieve that pressure, that's how you do it. Heidi, hold on here one more time. One more time, Heidi. I'm gonna go to it. Let me find it. Where did I put that shit? There it is. Cash App link. I'm pushing the link myself. Bam. Pay Cash App. Oh, you'd have to install the Cash App. Heidi. You have to have a Cash App to pay on Cash App. Now, if you want to go the snail mail route, like if you're not a rush to get it, we can still have it to you before Christmas. If you want to drop it in the mail, you can do that if you want to. It's up to you, Greer. Brett Hyatt, thank you, man, for the cinco. He said, good on you, brother. Thanks for the commentary. Thanks for being here to hear me. If you only hear, I have nobody. Yeah, man, let's get to this shit. What did Barry say? Barry, now you're in the business of telling the truth? How long you been out? Huh? How long you been out? Out of politics? Well, no, I take that back. You ain't out of politics. But how long you been out of the Oval Office and now you want to dabble in the truth? You slick son of a bitch. Here we go. What did the exalted one?
Crazy stuff. We're all like, well, you know, Uncle Joe, you know what happened to him. You know, it's okay. They're part of the family. But you don't give them serious responsibilities. Know some folks.
You don't give them serious responsibility. What an unfortunate selection of words you made, Barry. That was very unfortunate. Why did you say Uncle Joe? You could have said Uncle Timmy. You could have said Uncle Johnny. You could have said Uncle Steve. So many names out there to choose from, Barry. So many. But you said Uncle Joe. But you know what? He probably didn't want to say that. And Mike was like, no, fuck that. You go out there and say Uncle Joe. Michelle or Mike, whatever you want to be called today. I don't want to say that. That's very inflammatory and it will give people on the right ammunition to talk shit about me. You heard what I said, Barry. Say fucking Joe. And Barry knows you don't go against old Mike. Old big dick Mike.
Folks in our lives who we don't wish them ill will. They say crazy stuff. We're all like, well, you know, Uncle Joe, you know what happened.
Well, you know, Uncle Joe. He said, Uncle Joe, you know what happened to him?
Happened to him.
Yeah, we know what happened to him. He had 1 aneurysm, 2 aneurysms, 3 aneurysms, and an embolism. On the 3rd day of Christmas, my brain gave to me 3 aneurysms and an embolism for me. Yeah, we know what happened to Uncle Joe. His brain got fucked up.
You know, it's okay. They're part of the family.
Now you hear his voice. It's okay. Well, they part of the family. So what color do you think this crowd is that he's talking to? It's okay. They're part of the family. Huh? You think it's a bunch of white? You think these are a bunch of God-fearing white people? No, he wouldn't talk like that in front of them. It's okay. You're still part of the family.
But you don't give them serious responsibilities.
Yeah, you don't give them serious responsibility. He's still part of the family. He's Uncle Joe. Whatever. You fucking asshole. You fucking asshole. You just like Kamala. Depending on the crowd, that's how you speak. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? Why didn't you just do that, Barry? You might as well. Why don't you come out there? Hey, yo, he's still part of the family.
Some folks in our lives who we don't wish them ill will. They say crazy stuff. We're all like, well, you know, Uncle Joe, you know.
Ah, well, you know, Uncle Joe. You know what I'm saying? Fucking prick. Sound like fucking Tracy Morgan. You better get in there and make that lasagna with your mom with the 6 cheeses. He's part of the family. You heard it from the exalted one's mouth. You notice I didn't look him in his eyes when he was talking. You don't look Barry Obama in the face. He's the exalted one. Taryn Isaac, you have to talk like this in front of black folks. It's sad. It sure the fuck is, Taryn. It sure the fuck is, Taryn. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the family. Why wouldn't they be insulted by that? I would have been like, hey, Barry, why are you talking like that? He only does it because it works. They all do it. Hillary? Hey, y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all? I keep some hot sauce in my purse, motherfucker. Fucking Grandpa in Chief. They want to put y'all back in change. You know? Y'all. You motherfuckers. Y'all like when I talk like that, huh? So, but what do you think would happen if he got out there in front of a bunch of white people was like, hey man, how the fuck y'all doing today? Woo-hoo! Take out a 6-shooter. Bam, bam, we gonna talk about some niggers today. They'd be like, oh, why are you talking like that in front of us? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Nope, not us. Tammy A. Cartman with the J-Lo hand. That shit is funny. Taco, 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 burrito, taco, taco, taco. Exactly. I don't see you going out in front of Mexican people. Oh, what? Oh, let me take those words back. Nope. We did see that. We have seen them do similar things in front of the Latino. How do you talk in front of the Latino? I tell you what, my friend, you talk to me, a fucking Latino. We have seen them do that before. They've done that to Latin folk, have they not? You think I'm lying? Why would I lie to you? I don't have to. That's the beauty of it. I don't have to make up shit. They do it for me. I don't have to do nothing, my friend. I just sit back and let your Biden do all the crazy shit for me like this.
Elgear just sent me their all-new 3-in-1 charging dock that charges your iPhone, Apple Watch.
I just let Biden do it for me, my friend. I just sit back and do nothing.
I just have one thing to say.
Because he's going to do shit like this. And 3, and 2, and 1.
All right. There you go. Dance a little bit, Joe. Come on.
Hey, wait. You dance for me, yo.
I'll tell you what, if I had the talent of any one of these people, I'd be
You'll be what?
President by acclamation.
You're so funny, yo. If your way, he do it for you, my friend. So you see, I don't have to make up anything. He's like, wait, let me get on my phone for you, because you guys are Latino, you love the music. It's a shame how easy this job is sometimes. It really is. It's a shame. Because they take that ball, they take that stupidity softball, and they just fucking slow underhand pitch right to me. And I just fucking Babe Ruth. Lord German Husbando, as a Puerto Rican, I'm offended. Why would you be offended? You mean it's wait. Lord German Husbando, you're telling me that Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and Dominicans and all the other cans don't love that stuff? You don't love it when people do that? That's weird. Heidi Booth, thank you. You figured it out. Girl, I knew you would. I never doubted you for a second. I'll be on the lookout for that email. Thank you very much. Hashtag be like Heidi. That's right. Donnie Newman. Breakfast burrito. And actually, I know she said breakfast tacos, but it's much more fun to say burrito. He got up there and played Despacito on his cell phone. Yes! Yes! Guys, he got up there and played Despacito on his cell phone. Love it. Love it. So, I guess you can say they have a track record of pandering. All aboard the USS Pander. It's leaving the harbor. You better hurry up and jump on here. USS Pander coming through. Despacito. Hey, Mr. Joe Biden, you know how to get to us people, don't you? Don't you? But that was weird. And I wouldn't say it was a Freudian slip because he didn't like, that didn't register at all. Maybe it was a Freudian slip and he never even noticed it. I don't know. He said, Uncle Joe, he's part of the family. Jeez Louise. Oh boy. What a world we live in. Now, what's that bitch Donna Lamone talking about? Uh-oh. Donna, what'd you do? Why are you messing up, Donna? You just got your new morning show, even though you didn't want it. They yanked you from it and put you in the mornings instead of your primetime spot. But anyway, Don Lemon draws Irie, a bumba clot. Don Lemon draws, ire. Thanks, public school. Don Lemon draws ire of female co-hosts by crapping on women's soccer. He didn't crap, did he? Let's see if he crapped. Crap, Don? He didn't crap. Oh, shit. Boy, I'm telling you. There we go. Hold on, this stupid ad's playing. Oh, my goodness. These commercials are the worst. Okay. So let's share the screen. So why would they be mad at Donna Lamone? He's a person of color, and you're part of the alphabet soup group, man. You're bulletproof. No, that's the beauty of the woke monster. Eventually, it will consume its own. Here we go.
Here with this morning's number is CNN's senior data reporter, Harry Inton. Harry, what is the payout looking like, and what does this mean that they are cashing in on this success? Explain this to us.
Yeah, it could be somewhat confusing. So let's sort of just dive into the numbers a little bit first to sort of explain what's going on. So as you were hinting at, Caitlin, look, this is the U.S. women's national team.
I can't stand your voice, man. Sorry. You make me angry. Blah, 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 blah.
Well,
here we
because
go.
people are more interested in
But guess
who? There it is. Heated
men's tournament brings in more money, but when it comes to the U.S., I'd make the argument that the women's team is far more responsible for the boost in popularity. And
all right, I would make
responsible for the boost in popularity. It's not a boost in popularity. They just whine and complain about shit all the time. Boost in popularity. Soccer ain't popular here.
the exact opposite argument. I know everyone's going to hate me.
Go ahead,
but the
too late, Don. I already hate you.
Men's team makes more money.
Hey,
if they make more money, then they should get more money.
Why does the men's team?
The men's team makes more money because because people are more interested in.
You know why? You know why? You fucking misogynistic dick. You know why?
Guess who takes part of blame? I have a big issue with this, guys. WNBA, same thing's happening to them.
There's
until
also
media.
more interest in the
hold
NBA,
on. Until big media companies, big tech companies, advertisers invest and put them on their airwaves more and allow people.
Oh, so it's the TV companies and the sports teams and stuff and the big corporations. They need to invest. They need to do more. They need to put this subpar shit product on TV more. And then because they don't suck because they suck. They suck because people just don't know about them. They need more exposure. And then, there's a women's sports. Oh, shit. No, we know. It just sucks.
No, and allow people to see it more and gain more fans, then you will push toward more quality. But if they are blocked in so many ways and not invested in as much, they don't even have a. I know you're.
How does she get a wedding ring on her finger? Who's married to that?
I grew up the only boy in a family of all women. I understand what you're saying, but not every.
Pretty obvious he grew up in a family of all women.
Body honestly has the same skill. Not everybody has the same interest in the sport. I think the women should be paid more. I do. But if the men...
You're right that not everyone has the same skills because the women are better skills.
Well, the women are better skills.
Woman, what the fuck did you just say? No, she didn't. Guy, hold on. That was an audio mishap. She did not say that, did she?
But if the men...
You're right that not everyone has the same skills because the women are better skilled.
Well, the women are better skilled against other women.
What the fuck is wrong with these women? The women have better skills? What? The women's soccer team couldn't beat a bunch of adolescent boys. And you're saying the women's team is better than the men's team and not just soccer? I would love, Santa, listen to me. Don't give me any of the other things I asked for, okay? And I'll forgive you for not getting me the shit that I wanted when I was a kid. Give me this. Give me the... Give me the best WNBA team. And not just a team that won the championship. I think it was Chicago or something. Nobody cares. Get the all-star team of women. I want the best of every team. Then I want you to get the worst professional men's players together. I don't make guarantees a lot. I guarantee you this. The men's team will beat the dog shit out of those women. Are you stupid? No producer got in her ear and said, shut the fuck up.
But if the women played the men, they wouldn't be winning the way that they win.
Okay.
They wouldn't be winning at all, Don. Don't sugarcoat it. Just like that lump you back it up against every night. Don't sugarcoat it. Just get it. Give it to us raw. They wouldn't win as much. They would get fucking destroyed.
Not going to get into. I'm not even going to get into that argument.
I'm just saying.
You just started that argument, you dickhead.
If the sport makes more money, that means there's more money available. Why does it make more money? Because people are more interested in it.
Because they see it.
When I go to a sports bar.
Why are these women so fucking stupid? No, it's not because the men are better and they put out a better product. It's because people don't see it as much. If you put more pictures of dog shit on the screen every day, then people will start liking dog shit. No, we won't. If you put women's basketball on TV as much as men's basketball and men's soccer, you would probably hurt them more because people would see even more often how much they suck. So it's not the women's fault that they don't play as good as the men. It's your fault because you don't put that sorry shit out there more. Got it.
Guys, am I wrong? You guys don't want to say anything.
I will. You know I ain't gonna say shit.
When I go to a sports bar, if there is a women's basketball game on, I'm just being honest.
Which is on air less.
People will say,
literally
can you flip
get to see
it to
the guy? Now, Don, that might be true, but I seriously doubt you frequent sports bars or regular sports bars.
I don't want to watch this. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just speaking. What? And so you cannot make people become interested in something that they are not interested in.
But you have to show it to them. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, the only thing I would say, you can't make people interested in things that they aren't. But look at the young women who are participating in high school soccer. Those
they should get paid more money.
Tremendously.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't get paid more money.
But I would just say in terms of fan base here in the United States, the women's fan base has been climbing ever so higher.
And if you guys put this in slow motion, you can see in the crotch of his pants, you can see his penis turning into a vagina.
At least if you look at the participation numbers.
You're making my point. So I'm saying they should get paid more money. But if there's more interest in the men's and more money is coming in the men's sports, those men are entitled to that more money.
But I don't think you're looking at the root of the issue, which is why are people more interested in the men's sports?
Because the men are better, you fucking dummy.
Because it's more interesting to watch.
You got hold on, come back.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. I didn't mean that.
Hold on.
I did not.
I will tell you, I find nothing more boring than watching these men's U.S. games. The women, if you watch the women, that's so exciting. You go back to 1999. I remember I was coming back on the Jersey Turnpike when the women won that 1999 World Cup tournament. That was so exciting. The fact of the matter is, just because something makes more money, it doesn't necessarily make it a better product.
Exciting.
What the fuck did you just say? Just because something makes more money doesn't mean it's a better product?
Women's product
is exciting. It is exciting. I'm not saying that it's not more interesting to watch. That was just a joke. But there's more interest in the men simply because it is what it is.
Wait.
I don't.
Do you want to finish your point or you want to move on?
No, she's trying to move on.
Caitlin.
I actually would like to move on because I think we have a lot of news to get to.
Let's get to the
This is a very important conversation, I think. It's, it's about the dollars.
No, but it's about the historical aspect of why men dominated sports and why people paid more attention and invested more in that. And
there's
now
more money in the men's sport. It is what it is.
But that's the problem. That's what we're saying. All right, coming up, this.
Oh, they were mad as shit. Don. I can't believe you fucking said that, Don. Like, that was so rude. You remember that time that you and your husband were sick and I came to your door and brought you KY jelly because you couldn't come out in public and you say this to me on national fucking TV? Yeah. Do you guys see the mental illness that we're dealing with? I'm so glad that Donna Limon got to experience that fucking insanity. Are you kidding me? It's not. No. It's not because it's just that these companies won't put it out there more. That has nothing to do with it. They would put it out there more if it was better, but it's not. It sucks. Nobody wants to see it. Not just here in America, around the world. The only reason we have U.S. women's soccer team is because we have to. Nobody wants to watch that bullshit. And the only reason we know Megan Rapinoe's name, it's not because of her talent level. It's because she talks too fucking much. And she complains about stupid shit. That's why we know her name. Golly. You hear that shit. That guy's like, well, just because it makes more money doesn't mean it's a better product. That's exactly what it means, you honorary female. Are you going to get your gold-plated labia statue in the mail soon? The fuck? Sue Sabelburo. I agree with Don on this. Me too. This might be the only thing we ever agree on. But I agree. Who doesn't? Fuck, man. Thank you, Heidi Booth. As soon as I get off of here, I'll be checking those emails. Wow. Sandra Arella. She says, I train and teach martial arts. When I received my 3rd degree black belt, one of my students' mothers walked up to me and said, now you can whoop anyone. I giggled and said, I'm 5'4", 105 pounds. No belt. And to speak to that, Sandra, against another woman, yeah, you beat the shit out of her. But another man of your, and I'm not telling you it's like you don't know, but a man with your same credentials and your same skill set, it wouldn't turn out the same. And why people are just fighting these facts is beyond me. And those women really believe that shit. They really believe it. Those two dummies sat up there and they really believe it. And Sandra, I hope someday my daughter gets her 3rd degree black belt. I would love that. That would take a little bit of stress off of me. Grizzly Junks. Hold on. Grizzly Junks. Don was too afraid to answer their question. It's because men are better at sports. Why didn't he just say that? Because he didn't want his career to end. If it's ending anyway, Don, they put you on a morning show. Anderson Moffat, too. She could defend herself at least. That's what I want. That's what I want for my baby. I want her to be able to defend herself. I mean, there's so much proof out there. There's so much evidence. Right now, guys, look up the men's world record for the deadlift and look up the women's record for the deadlift. The men warm up with the women's world record. Men's deadlift record. 909 pounds. Brian Shaw, he's one of those strong men. That dude's like 6'10", 400 pounds. That's barely human. A grizzly bear look at him and be like, I think I could take him. No, I'm just kidding. Grizzly bear fuck him up. But that's a big dude. 400. Okay, hold on. Okay, so there's difference. There's one where you use the belt and wrist straps, and then there's a deadlift suit, belt, and wrist straps. So the record with the least amount of equipment is 909.4 pounds. 900, let's say 900 pounds. Okay? No, not squat. So it says she is currently the only known woman to ever squat 854 pounds. Good for you. Only woman to bench press 600 pounds. Good for you. I knew a guy. I met a guy. He would come into my store often. He bench pressed 800 pounds. And you probably wouldn't even know his name. And she's the only woman to bench press 600 pounds equipped with a bench shirt. So I imagine that's something like that compresses you and keeps you all together from blowing shit out. And the only woman to deadlift 694 pounds. So she's a little more than 200 pounds behind the men. 200 pounds behind the men. And actually, what's that guy's name? There's a British guy. What's this dude's name? Eddie Hall. Yeah. That's right. I knew it, Eddie Hall, that big old British dude with the tattoos on his arms. His deadlift record was 1,102 pounds. Because I remember seeing a documentary on this dude, and he did the deadlift, and blood came out of his nose. Not the anger blood that we have every day, but a drop of blood came out of this dude's nose when he did the deadlift. 1,100 pounds. And that woman's at 700. So that puts her 400 pounds behind that dude. It ain't even close. You've seen that there's some Ku Klux trans member that became an MMA fighter and fought women, or that became a female MMA fighter, beat the shit out of them. It was like watching a domestic dispute. That shit was disgusting. Get out of here with that shit. No. The women, she said the skill is higher. Women. You guys ever seen that meme with that Mexican girl? She's like, people always say that men's soccer is better than women's soccer. Well, why don't you get up and why don't you come out here and try it with us? Why don't you come out here? And the dudes fuck them up every time. There's one where this college kid is racing, is on a foot race with a girl. 20, they gotta be early 20s, no more than like 22 maybe. Young, good shape. And this girl, some kind of athlete too. And so he's holding up the phone like this, doing a little selfie video. And they start off running and they're even, and then he just goes, bye. He hit a nitrous booster. Left her ass behind. And don't forget, he's running like this with a phone up. He don't even got both arms like this. He don't even got his liquid metal. He don't even have the liquid Terminator arms like this. Remember Robert Patrick? Dun dun. And be running like that. He even got it. He's holding a phone doing a selfie. Stop. I'm done. We've all seen the mountains of evidence. But I don't know why Donna Lamone didn't sack up and be like, hey, men are better at sports. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster. If I wanted to, I could stand up and kick both of your asses right now without taking off my blazer. When did this become a problem? When did this become a bone of contention? When did this become a topic of discussion? Ugh. Spunbrain 65, Donna LaWiener. That is not a very nice thing to say, but the judges will accept it. You are what you eat. I don't get it. How the fuck did we get here? It's like somebody drugged us and then woke us up in a different place. Who? What? Where? What? Who? Who's having the babies? Who's breastfeeding them? Wait a minute. Men are doing what? Where am I? Why am I here? Get me out of here. Jeez, man. What the hell is going on here? None the miser, Billie Jean King. I remember that. I want to see that again. Let's have the battle of the sexes, sports. I want to see that right now. But we couldn't do that because all the men would be like, oh, I don't want to. Oh, I'll take it easy. I don't want to get burger. Fuck that. Let's go. All the best women in these 5 sports and all the best men and see who wins. Well, why don't we have some batting practice? Why don't we have a home run derby with a women's professional baseball team? They don't exist. So all they have is softball. Softball? Okay, you take your softball ass out there, and we're going to have whatever the hot pitcher's name is, Clint Kershaw, whatever his name, from the Doyers, boy, whoever it is. I don't know. I don't watch baseball. But whoever the hot hand is, have him throw some heat over that plate. Now, do college softball players pitch fast? Female softball players? Yeah. Shout out to my girl, Samantha. I used to work with her at the radio station. She was a college softball pitcher. Heat. My girl could pitch fast. But a Major League Baseball pitcher, that thing is smoking. If you don't believe me, ask that bird that flew across home plate in front of Randy Johnson. That bird exploded. Let me show you how fast MLB pitchers pitch. Randy Johnson. What's it? Yeah, Randy Johnson, bird. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Damn, that bird got fucked up. Poor thing. Poor ting. Oh, no, that's not it. That's that shit. Here we go. Randy Watson. Give it up for him, Randy Watson. Give it up for Reverend Brown. He's been my Reverend since I was a little boy. Here we go. What's this? What the hell is this? That poor bird. Slow motion. Boom. Love that video. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Battle of the Sexes. I would love to see that. Darrow 333, RIP Bird. You right. I would love to see that. Battle of the Sexes. You've been telling us for 10 years now on the, to the red line level that they have it at now. They've been planting these seeds for decades, but they really ramped this shit up in the last 10 years. So you're telling me that men, or that lady right there we just saw on CNN, that the women's skill level is higher. At least you're as good as the men. At least. Some believe better, but you're at least equal. Cool. Battle of the Sexes. Basketball, football, and baseball. Let's throw some tennis in there too. Basketball, football, baseball, tennis, and hockey. Top 5 sports in America. You bring me the top women in each sport. I don't care if they're pro or college. And you bring me the top men in each sport. We're going to need 3 things on the sidelines: oxygen, Gatorade, and body bags. Because some of those women are going to pass away on the field of play. You think those women can survive a shoulder check up against the glass? And foot? You go ahead and bring out those lingerie league football teams and watch those women have their lives taken on live TV. Let your female quarterback lead you a little too far over the middle. And watch that woman take one of the hardest hits in human history. If you slow the footage down, you will see her spirit leave her body. They would be killed. Remember that show, Pros versus Joes? Oh, man, bring that shit back. Bring that shit back. What channel was that? Spike. Spike TV used to have the best fucking programming. The best. Pros versus Joes. They had what was it? Oh, Deadliest Warrior? If you don't know, they had a show called Pros versus Joes, and it was exactly that. It was former professional, no, Brett Hyatt. He says pros versus hoes. No. Prevert. Oh, yeah, that's right. 1,000 Ways to Die. MXC, that Japanese game show that they would dub in English. Oh, my God. I love mayonnaise. So there used to be a show called Pros versus Joes. Nikola Tesla. Joe, pros versus J. Joes, not hoes. Okay? Pros versus Joes, meaning professional athletes versus Joe Schmo, the regular guy. So you would get these retired professional athletes against these guys who would talk shit. They would send in videotapes. No, James Bateman, bros versus hoes. No, pros versus Joes. And they would have former professional athletes against these guys. These guys would send in tapes of them doing, they play league basketball in they play basketball in some league, or I used to be high school, college football, and they show in these audition tapes with them talking shit about these athletes. I'll beat any Joe. Put them out here. I'll beat their slow ass. Blah, blah, blah. Talking all that shit. Nikola Tesla, I know you know. I was kidding. Talking all this shit. And so these pros would sit around in this room, like this locker room, watching the tapes. And I remember one episode, they had Clyde Drexler. They had Jamal Anderson. Remember the Dirty Bird dance, the Atlanta Falcons running back. They had Bob the Beast Sapp. Uh-oh. Heidi Booth. Oh, you gave her the surprise early. Thank you for that. She says, JG told my daughter she's getting a JG mug. I hope she was happy. I hope she was happy when you told her. LS, no. Pros fucking hoes. You guys are a bunch of damn perverts. So they had this guy on there named Bob the Beast Sapp. Bob the Beast Sapp. He was in the movie The Longest Yard. You broke in my nose. He's the one who bench pressed everybody on the who was sitting in the bleachers. Let me get this guy's stats right, because he's one of the biggest people ever. Bob the Beast. Not Bob the Builder. What the fuck? Bob the Beast Sapp. 6'5", 350 pounds. And he had a six-pack. Dude was a fucking monster. Hold on a second. You guys got to see this. Bob the Beast. There's only one E in Beast, guys. The Beast Sapp. Bob Sapp. Big old motherfucker. And who did he just recently challenge? I can't remember who it was, but he just challenged somebody to a fight. And despite his size and everything, I think he had a losing record in MMA. He used to get his ass whooped sometimes. Despite, how big he was, he used to get fucked up. But that doesn't change the fact that he's fucking gigantic. Let's see if I can find any pics of him. That's not a very good one. Still haven't figured out why my phone pulls up different shit than the computer. Yeah, here, I'll show you. This guy's fucking giant. But this guy was on Pros versus Joes. This dude right here, 6'5", 350. Guy was a giant. Look at this dude. Huge. So he was on the show Pros versus Joes. And these guys out here who thought, yeah, I can whoop Bob the Beast Sapp's ass, right? So, golly, that dude's huge. So he comes on the episode, and he's basically, most of the time, look at that fist. Look at this. Man, look at that ring. Look at that damn ring. That could probably, you took that off, it probably fit on top of your toilet. Probably the same circumference as a toilet. If that fool hit you with that ring, man, you get blue parking spots for the rest of your life. But he was on this show, and most of the time, he was just chasing the guy around the ring because he was just scared as shit. But some regular dude, had to get in the ring and fight this guy. He beat the shit out of him. The guy kept running around so much that he timed it, and when the guy ran around, he kicked him in the stomach and picked the dude up off the mat. I would love to see that. I want to see you ladies who are so big and bad and you're just as good as the men, and the only thing you need is a chance. Go ahead. Bring your dainty ass out there. You're going to look like that girl in the wheelchair in White Chicks. Spunbrain65, thank you very much for the Hamilton. He says, you are going to have to do an entire segment on the neckline you designed. You know this. Hey, guys, I will be glad to. Oh, shit, man. Sheep will beware. That dude must throw down some groceries. Yeah, man, buy the bag full. But that's basically what it would be like. It would be these women, these little tiny women, against these giant dudes just fucking them up. Basketball. How many off the backboard alley oops will we see in that game? How many 360 windmill dunks with a nutsack in your face would we see in that game? Huh? Man, please. Guys, let me get out of here. I told you yesterday, it's going to rain all weekend. My son has already hit me up to watch movies. My daughter just sent me a picture. Daddy, these are the shoes I want for Christmas. Look at this. Look at that. This is my daughter sending me shoes that she wants for Christmas. Daddy, these are the ones I want. These are the text messages I'm getting today, guys. And you know what? She's gonna get them. You know why I don't mind buying things for my daughter? I mean, she's my daughter. She's had me wrapped around her finger since I can't even remember. But she's a good kid. She behaves herself. She's respectful. She listens. When I take her, when I go to pick her up from somewhere, you know, she's gone to some. She went to this. What is it? What do they call them? The damn it! Why can't I think of it? Where you go into the I'm trying to. It's where you go in there and you're in a room and you got to figure out clues to get out. She went to one of those with a friend. She went to something else with her friend. And just the fact that she keeps getting invited shows how good of a kid she is. But she's a good kid. When I pick her up from something, you know, she went to, it's, oh, she was so great. And she's welcome anytime. She's a good student. She gets great grades. Escape room. That's what it is. Thank you. So I have no reason not to buy those for her. She deserves them. She's a great kid. I had a hand in that for sure, but it's also her personality and how she is. She's a very outgoing, gregarious, precocious little girl. She's my baby. So, I mean, she ain't going to get all those damn shoes, but, you know, one or two. I'll get her a pair for Christmas. And then her birthday is 17, less than 3 weeks after Christmas. So that girl, she's living the dream. You got Christmas and you float right into your birthday. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely get those shoes for her. She wants an electric scooter. I don't know, because then we don't want her to just ride a scooter, not ride her bike anymore. We don't want her to be lazy. But again, all of those things I told you about. She's a good kid. You know, why not? So we'll see. Cody Larkhart, is Jericho dressing up as Santa? No, I'm not. My dad did one time. I stayed up one night, and of course he planned it, but I stayed up one time, and I wasn't supposed to, and I was looking over the banister, and I couldn't quite see his head. That part was obscured by the wall, but I saw him walk into the living room wearing a Santa suit. But what I do for my kids is, and babe, to my wife, if you're listening to this with the kids in the car, turn it off. Or you're in the kitchen somewhere and you got it on, turn this off. We don't want them to hear this. Spoiler alert. If you got your kids in the car, this is Christmas. This is Santa Claus related, and it's a spoiler alert. So turn it off, turn it down, whatever you got to do. Here it comes. What I do for my kids is I will put like some flour in front of the fireplace, and I'll take my boots and I'll put footprints in the boots, and I'll put them like leading out the door and coming back, like in case Santa, he had to come in and out, got a bunch of gifts or whatever. So I do shit like that for him. My sister-in-law, damn it, she gave us that damn elf on the shelf. I never heard of that shit before in my life until I had kids. I didn't have no elf on the shelf in my house. Neither did my wife. So she gave us elf on the shelf. So now we got to do that shit every night. So last night, I had a bunch of canned goods stacked up like they were trying to reach the shelf, reach the counter, and I put like a bowl of candy out like they were trying to get. I do shit like that. I try to make it special for my kids because I only have them for a little bit. Pretty soon, friends and boys and girls and blah, 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 all that shit. So I only have them for a little bit, trying to give them some great memories. Hopefully they won't grow up to be psychos. Sandra Araya, thank you again. She's in the Century Club. Girl, you are in the C Note Club. Thank you very much. She says, Merry Christmas to your girl. Get those shoes. All right. Now I have to. Now I have no excuse. I got the money. Get the shoes. I sure will. I promise you. She's going to have a great Christmas. And she's going to be 11 next year. So she's getting to the, the end of the believing all this stuff train. She's getting to the end of it. So I'm trying to make it as good as I can for him. I really am. Weapon X, how about Krampus? Well, they don't deserve Krampus yet. Trust me. I don't do all these things for my kids because I'm their dad and I have to. I do it because they deserve it. They're good kids. They really are. And as long as they deserve it, I will do it. The moment they don't, I will not. The law only says I have to provide clothing, food, and shelter. Anything else is gravy. If you cross me, you disrespect me in any way, I will cut that shit off. I do not care if my kids like me. That I don't give a shit about. I got friends. I don't care about that. But as long as they deserve it, I sure will. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Sandra. My daughter thanks you for her new kicks. I appreciate you guys being here. Everybody in the comment section, your comments, your questions, your super chats. Everybody who's watching and listening. Maybe you're just listening. Maybe you're just watching. Maybe you have the sound off and you're just looking at me. It's weird, but I'll take it. Let's see. Well, tomorrow, I got the day off Sunday. You know how we do. We'll be back Monday. And some crazy shit is going to happen by Monday. 12 o'clock, noon. Be here. And I'm on locals.com, Jericho Green. I'll be going live on there once a week starting Monday. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. I thank you, 8 billion sons of bitches in this planet, and you're hanging out with this one. I'll never forget you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You were great. I was great. We were great. James Bateman. It sure was fun. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and MyGreenGear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.